Let me just take a look at this good vehicle, honestly. The new Tesla Roadster. Dang. Does look good. Other than my crappy frames. So, the Tesla Roadster. I think this might be one of the most overpowered cars in the game. And you may think, oh yes, the Tesla Roadster has an incredible 1.9 speed acceleration from 0 to 60. And that is insane. That breaks all of the other accelerations of every other car, even the Venom F5, the Jesco, or anything in this game. And I mean, I don't know the butchered names of the cars in this game because I honestly I don't remember them, but I remember the real names. And this Tesla Roadster takes the cake for being the most absolutely overpowered car for almost fighting cops pretty much. It's only 500,000, which makes it cheap and affordable to low level players, as well as it doesn't make too much cash. It only makes $992, 550 XP per mile, and that isn't the greatest. It ain't the greatest vehicle in the game, like for grinding or whatnot, but it is definitely brutally overpowered. And I want to show you that the vehicle in the game is just it's so good. It honestly it's almost perfect. And the 1.9 acceleration rate is it's insane. Honestly, I mean, it's a Tesla Roadster. The Roadsters do have a lot of, acceleration and whatnot. But this honestly has to do more than anything else in this game. You know, I thought it was gonna be Veyron as the cop tank forever, but I might debate which car actually does better performance in cop fights once TTP fixes server lag issues and whatnot. I mean, I think he did. I'm not exactly sure, but as of a few days ago or just this last week, TTP decided to raise the server size up to 30 people, which kind of broke servers, and it didn't break the servers completely. The game is still 100% playable, but cops fighting criminals on both sides have become really unfair. Most of the time, both sides are teleporting. Cops are teleporting onto cars, and then you get arrested, and then you don't know what's going on. A lot of the time, I've been arrested like that, and it's very unfair. So I want you guys to realize that, yes, there is some issues with cop fighting nowadays because cops are kind of overpowered at this point. But I would want to say, the cops they're just really overpowered. I honestly think that they just teleporting, be able to arrest people during really laggy situations is kind of overpowered. And people can't kill those cops because the server's lagging, no one's moving, and you don't even know if you're arrested or not because you might be just standing still. So, but I want to show you, like, I think this car might be way better than the Veyron. I know the Bugatti Veyron is a $4.6 million car. It's quite fast. It's really powerful. It's an all-wheel drive, and that thing just kills any curbs. I call that thing the curb killing tank. You know what I mean? It destroys any curb, and I'll show you here. But this car, honestly, even though it's not a curb killing tank like the Veyron, as I tested going through a cop office or something, which I will turn around, but as a curb killing car, this doesn't really do that well in curb killing. I like curb killers because they do very well in cop fights, as well as if you need to get out of sticky situations. You can always just run over the curb instead of having how to drive around it. You just go straight through it, you know what I mean? And that really gives me the advantage. It gives the player the advantage when they're fighting cops. So that makes things really overpowered. As well as this thing is faster than the Saline S7, the S7 twin turbo in this game. S7 twin turbo has a 248 top speed, but a 300 with a boost. If you can max out his boosts, which is pretty good. This car doesn't really get affected too much by boosts, I'd say. This is a basic. Might put an advanced. if we get a 10 likes on this video, I'll put an advanced boost on this thing. Well, I'll test it, and I'll probably put down in the comment section down below to see how fast it actually goes with an advanced boost. But this car isn't your quote-unquote grinding car. Yes, it's more of a kind of a like, it's sort of a flex car, but not really, because flex cars cost a lot of money. They cost millions of dollars. They suck. Most of the time they do. And this car just, oh boy, has some glitches. I think this car has a little bit of glitches, but that's fine. It's just, that's Roblox in general. I see this happen all the time. The car just getting completely destroyed by a sign. Spawn and Nom talk again. So I honestly think that the Tesla Roadster it's good. It's overpowered. I think nerfing the car might upset some people if TTP decides to do that, but usually he doesn't nerf cars. He usually buffs them, and I've never really seen him nerf many cars. So let's test out this area here. Let's test out the cop's office. Yes, curb killing with the cop's office. So I'm going to show you the difference between the Tesla Roadster and the Veyron. So the Tesla Roadster is, you have already seen like me driving this thing, but this thing kills curbs, man. Like this curb, no problem. It takes that on quite well. This curb, yeah, it does have an issue with it. Some curbs it doesn't really do so well with, but it does go over every curb, and it's an all-wheel drive, so it does do it. It does take the curbs, but it doesn't take it very, very well. It doesn't take it too well compared to the Veyron, and I will show you the Veyron right now. So the Veyron is my favorite car. I made a license plate called the Tank on it, and the Veyron, honestly, it might be beat. I'm gonna test the Veyron and I'll see. I'll think about it, but here, let's drive this Veyron. Alright, so the Veyron, yes, there is some bugs with the Veyron, especially with the spoiler, is that if you get hit really hard, the spoiler glitches out and the Veyron goes down. I'm not sure how the Tesla Roadster does with, getting its tires popped. That might be a different thing. The Veyron takes a lot of damage. It's a heavy tanky vehicle, you know what I mean? And this car just goes over, like, it goes over any curb if you just give it enough speed. Like at around like 20 miles per hour, it can lift itself up onto a curb. So that's pretty good. The Veyron is a good vehicle, but it just takes things a lot better. It took that curb just like a freaking monster. This thing is a monster car when going against cops. You do want to get this vehicle if you're into like shooting, like going against the police officers in the game, or if you're getting hunted by other people. You know, you're just going to be able to kill every curb in the game, and you won't have a problem with that. And that is awesome. But it doesn't have the great acceleration like the Tesla Roadster. It's a little bit slower of acceleration, but the vehicle does actually kind of have, it has the same top speed as the Roadster, and it does give you more money, but it doesn't, it doesn't have the acceleration. The acceleration is one big factor of fighting cops, because one thing is you need to learn how to get into sticky situations with acceleration. You know, if you can't accelerate out of a situation that is really hard to do, like really hard to get out, you know, that is going to be difficult. Like, you know, you're going to get caught by the cops and you're going to get arrested. But personally, I think that the Tesla Roadster kind of has that, it kind of has that, it has the power to accelerate out of any situation, you know. And the Veyron has kind of a sucky acceleration. It has to kind of have to hold W for like a split second before it actually starts up and pushes itself going along, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think the Roadster kills the freaking Veyron in that aspect, as well as it is not a curb master like the Veyron, but it will do its job very, very efficiently and very well. So to wrap this video up, I think the Veyron still takes the cake for curb killing. Veyron is always been the true tank, and it will be the true tank. But I think the Tesla Roadster has the possibility to be one of those good vehicles to kill kill curbs and be able to drive over, you know, almost anything. But it will take it with some difficulty. So it's not a great car to do it with, but it is efficient. It's a very efficient car. And if you're like you have a gang or something, and you're on Westover, if you're trying to get as many good players with good vehicles, go for the Tesla Roadster instead of making everyone grind for the Veyron. The Veyron, it's very expensive and only get it unless if everyone's a rich person. But the Tesla Roadster, it does better than the Veyron in some aspects, and Veyron does better than the Tesla Roadster. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys will like and subscribe to this video. I appreciate you guys watching this, and yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.